No, no, the mandate is much broader. I think first to review what's happened, and I think you should think about it more as how do we update the fiscal framework that we've had for the last 10, 15 years.
Right.
And it's going to involve a lot of issues. So we have to see whether it's worked, not worked, to what extent, and how we have to, change it going forward. And it will include, taking account of India's changed situation.
Right.
It'll take account of what have we learned internationally from fiscal, frameworks and fiscal rules.
Right.
And so it's going to touch upon a whole lot of issues and not just, confined to one narrow issue or the other.
So on this as well, if you could just expand a little bit, we've had that long-term 3% fiscal deficit target for a long time. What's the thinking now? Is it that that has to be dynamic as far as the long-term targets are concerned as well?
See, again, this is one amongst many issues. In the economic survey, we had actually spelt out, all the kinds of issues that will go into it. Should we have a debt target, a deficit target? Should it be cyclically adjusted, not cyclically adjusted? Should it be a range? Should it be a point? Should there be rules? Should there be discretion? And so it's really, basically think of it as updating the framework itself. And I think so. It's a broader issue, and it's really part of our reform of fiscal governance. That's a much broader initiative.
In terms of that, one of the crucial points in the terms of reference is essentially how you link this to credit growth and credit expansion or contraction as well. If you could just talk about that point, how would this linkage perhaps work?
See, the way I view it as the whole question of should these targets be cyclically adjusted or not, and how should natural stabilizers work? I think it's related to that. So it's a little bit broader, I think, than that. Yeah.
Right. And finally, sir, what sort of impact? We're obviously looking at the question of central deficits here. How do you see this impacting the overall GDP of the country with the state deficits coming in? How do you see these playing in? Is it time to perhaps review those state level frameworks as well?
Those are decisions I think we'll take as we go along. It's not something to be said right now.